What's up, YouTube? It's your boy SK Visions, and today, we're gonna talk about, should you leave your 9 to 5 to pursue your photography business, or is that 9 to 5 secret weapon to push your business forward, right? So, I've been both sides of the spectrum. I've left my 9 to 5 to pursue my photography business, and I've also started a 9 to 5 to push my business forward. So I think I should be able to talk about this topic, right? So not everybody can actually leave their 9 to 5 to pursue the business. And a lot of people would risk it, take that jump, take that leap of faith to grow their business, right? Again, the reason for me leaving my job was I wanted time to grow my business. I wanted time to shoot. I wanted time to get clients. I wanted time. And I felt like at the time, my 9 to 5 was hindering that process. That's how I felt. So I left the job. I didn't have any clients at the time, so I did take a big leap of faith, and it worked out, right? It's not that case for everybody. Not everybody can make a career by leaving their job. But you do have to put in time, you have to put in research, you have to put in a lot of work once you do leave that job. Or sometimes you got to make sure you have clients before you leave that job, so you're not starting from zero, right? But I definitely started from zero. The reason why I decided to go back into a 9 to 5 job was very simple for me and for what I want from my business, right? All right, so I felt like I was taking on a lot of jobs that weren't meant for me. And is there a little self-sabotage? Yes. All right, I have bills to pay. I have a family to feed. I have people that depend on me, right? So I was just taking jobs. But I felt like that was hurting my love for photography. It was hurting my career, and just hurting my brain, bro. I was tired of dealing with the type of clients that I was getting. But yeah, there's some self-sabotage in it, right? So my friend had a job, this job that I'm currently doing, but he did it elsewhere, right? He told me about the job. I'm like, bro, this job sounds easy. Like, if they're ever in Atlanta, let me know, right? So said, so done. But I already had another business that I started, which is pressure washing. So I do pressure washing just to make sure I have a different source of income. So I used to normally pressure wash during each day, like 7 days a week if needs be, right? I would pressure wash every day, and that would fund the different things that I want to do for my photography business, right? But then this job came along, and this job is easier. So, and it's not more so a permanent job, it's temporary for the time being for me, right? Because I really only took this job with a certain purpose in mind. So anyways, this job works from Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So I don't have much time to do photography. But the job itself is easy. Like right now, I'm on the clock, I'm not doing anything. That's most of my days, right? So the job's from 8 to 5. I'm not really doing much. So I said, I'm gonna take this job. So I took the job, and I pushed, well, my photography clients were, I could do it each day, but I pushed my photography jobs to the weekends. Because I have this job, I can't do the pressure washing jobs, so I push my pressure washing jobs to the weekend. So a drawback to having a 9 to 5 is that you can overwork yourself, right? And you do need rest. Your body needs rest. The good thing about this job is that I get a lot of rest, right? So on the weekends when I do work, I'm not overly tired. So you do have to think about the type of jobs that you're gonna do. Because if this job was very physical, very strenuous, I don't think I'll be able to withstand the things that I have to do on the weekends, right? So anyways, long story short, the job is very flexible with my needs. So I take this job, do it 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, pressure wash in the mornings, and then in the evenings I do my photography clients, right? The good thing about having my clients on the weekends, or the good thing about having a job and getting clients for photography, is that I'm able to charge what what I want to charge, right? So before, again, when I was doing my photography jobs without a 9 to 5, I would I would undercharge. That's the basis of it, because I'm just trying to get more and more jobs. So I would undercharge for the jobs and do a lot of jobs, right? Now that I have the 9 to 5, I'm able to tell the client I would charge X amount, and I'm going over what I would normally charge if I didn't have a 9 to 5, right? So let's say I charge $500 without a 9 to 5. Now that I have the 9 to 5, I can say $1,000. I can double it, right? The other thing why having a 9 to 5 is helping my business is because, again, I don't have to chase the jobs, but I can also do a lot more passion projects that I need to do. Because when you're hunting for jobs to pay the bills and to do this and that, you put your creative work, you put your passion projects to the side, and you try to do your best and to turn this into a job. I don't like to think of photography too much as a job. I like to think about it as a hobby that I get paid for, right? So I fell out of love. I fell out of love with photography at one point, I'm telling you, because the type of clients that I was doing, the type of clients that I was getting, the type of jobs that I was doing, it was just not making sense. So the 9 to 5 that I have now has helped me to fall in love with photography again. So that's one of the benefits of having a 9 to 5. Another benefit of having a 9 to 5, well, for me at least, is I am able to fund my photography business and still can be able to pay whatever I need to pay without looking over my shoulder for the market that we're in, right? For example, if the photography, let's say, I mean, there's always jobs, right? But let's say the photography market crashed. What will I be able to do? Because to some point last year, which was 2024, the market in Atlanta completely just, I don't know if it was a state of depression. I don't know what it was, but people weren't booking photographers like that. So I'll also say get into videography, but that's for the next day, right? I'm not getting into videography, but I do think that people need to market themselves in different ways, right? So people who do videography and photography, I salute you. But anyways, if the market crashes, I'm out of jobs. I'm not going to know what to do. And that happened to me before, where I was uncertain each month of how many bookings I'm going to get that month, how many people are going to inquire about photo shoots. I don't know. I don't like to be uncertain. So that's why, again, I had my pressure washing job and I have my 9 to 5. So that's 3 sources of income I can count on. If one goes away, or let's say 2 goes away, I still have a source of income to look forward to. So, as I said, the 9 to 5 just gives me more assurance. It helps me fund my photography business, I'm able to buy up the equipment that I sold, because I sold all my equipment at one point to push my pressure washing business. So I sold it, and now I'm reinvesting in my photography business, and I also have all my equipment for my pressure washing business. So I sacrificed a little bit, but it worked out for me personally, right? I'm able to buy all the things that I need. I even just picked up an Osmo Pocket that I'm using now. I didn't even want to pay for that, but you know, when you have some level of certainty, you're able to invest in yourself, right? Right. So I buy up all my lights. I'm about to buy up all my lenses, all my equipment for my photography business. So I'm leveraging my 9-to-5 to make sure that my business for photography is A1. So I named a couple of perks. Again, I'm able to charge what I charge without feeling guilty almost. Like if somebody hit me up, my price is my price. If the price is $3,000, I'm telling you $3,000, because if you don't book that, it's not gonna hurt me. My bills are covered. You see what I'm saying? So that's the mindset that I'm going into. Again, I'm not trying to do this 9-to-5 forever. I'm only trying to do it for a couple months, to be honest, to leverage what I need to leverage to get the clients that I need to get. My retainer clients, my high paying clients. Of course, I have clients that are on the lower end as far as paying, but you know, I just need to leverage all that I can leverage right now going forward. Going into 2026, I'm in a different mode, man. I'm telling you. I'm gonna be doing a lot more passion projects, because those passion projects are gonna help me get the clients that I need. And if I can have the time to do those passion projects, and if I can fund the projects myself, that's the next thing that the 9-to-5 does. And sorry, this video is long, but I also believe that you guys need to invest in the passion projects that you're doing. And it's hard to invest into the passion projects if you're using the money for other stuff, right? So the money that I'm getting from my 9-to-5, I can use that money for studio time, equipment rental, booking models, because I feel like these days it's hard to get models. You might as well just pay and get it over with. Get the models that you do need. You don't have to beg. You don't have to beg at all. You pay it's a money making thing, right? You pay the models that you need. You pay for the team that you need, whether that's makeup artists, hairstylists, fashion stylist, studio, equipment rental, you name it. I'm able to do that now because, again, I'm not hunting for money, right? And as entrepreneurs, nothing is short. I promise you. Even if you're doing the best you've ever done in your business, you never know what next month holds. And I'm willing to take that risk, by the way. I'm not saying you shouldn't take that risk, and I'm gonna take that risk. But I have to put my pride aside. I used to say, man, I ain't never working for nobody again. I'm not doing that. But when real life hits you, and you gotta do what you gotta do, and again, people are depending on you. If you do have people depending on you. If you live by yourself and you don't have no problems, right? But if people are depending on you, you have to put your pride aside. And a lot of people don't want to be judged for having a 9-to-5, so they'll pretty much suffer. I'm not suffering. You see what I'm saying? If this can leverage certain things from my other businesses, I'm gonna do it. If this can make me more money, I'm gonna do it. So imagine, I make a good amount with this 9-to-5, right? I help with internet. This is Fission. This is Hotwire. All right. I'm also using this to build a resume, because I have a degree in IT. So later on I'm gonna try to go into IT, but that's not the point, right? I forgot I lost the train of thought that I was going with. But again, guys, think about what you want in your business. Think about how you want to go about it. Think about the perks, and also think about the drawbacks. As I said, time for me in the weekdays are drawbacks. You know, I can't really do much for my weekdays. And again, you guys can burn yourself out depending on the type of job that you do get. If you do decide to get a 9-to-5 to fund your business. But there's a lot of different advantages. So think about the things that you want to do, and man, just do it. Don't care about what nobody want to say. Just do you. This is your life. You see what I'm saying? Don't care about the naysayers. Don't care about, oh, he left photography to go get a job. He ain't making no money, blah, blah, blah. I guarantee you I'm making more than the people that are saying that. I guarantee I'm making more than them. But they'll never know that. So that's for another time. All right, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about having a 9-to-5. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think not? Let me know in the comments. We need to have this discussion, right? Because a lot of people don't talk about having a 9-to-5 and doing photography at the same time. All right. Peace.